It's the Project Workbench.
Hi, I'm Andra Hayes, and I'm the Script Supervisor for Star Trek Renegades.
Andra, what on earth does a Script Supervisor do?
Good question. A Script Supervisor, I get a copy of the script, and we keep track of everything that's shot during the day. We watch for continuity.
What does that mean? What's continuity?
We make sure that if they're wearing certain clothes in one scene and they need to be wearing the same wardrobe in the next one, that they're indeed wearing the same wardrobe rather than, mysteriously changing into a different outfit when they've left their office and they're walking out to their car or something. They need to be wearing the same thing. So we pay attention to that stuff, and we just are kind of the safety valve to make sure that, everything's okay there. And then when we're shooting a specific scene and we shoot one angle of it, and they say pick up their coffee mug with their right hand, when we change camera angles, we have to make sure they pick up the coffee mug with their right hand in that angle as well. So I'm watching for that continuity. Also things like when they stand up or sit down within the scene so that it matches other angles when we shoot it. I also keep track and make sure they say the dialogue that's scripted, and if it's changed, I'll note it in the script so that editing will know what they said on set, and if they say different things, I'll also note which take the director prefers to use in editing, so the editor will know which one to utilize. Some of the lines, in one of the margins, I'll write down whether they picked it up with their left hand, right hand, but the lines that are drawn on the page, the solid line means we see it on camera, and the squiggle line means we do not see it on camera.
See what?
The actor, they're talking, specifically their lips moving. And that is something that the editor will use to determine which angle they want to use for a line that they say or a movement that they engage in. They'll use the lines to help them edit. Another thing I do is keep track of how much screen time we shoot every day. So by the end of, say, a feature film, we may have 120 to 150 minutes shot, and in editing, then they'll edit it down to the 90 to 120 minutes that they want as the final edit. I also keep track of what they call page count. Each page of a script is 8/8 usually, and we keep track of how much of the scene is shot, and we use eighths as a guideline to help us determine what we owe, what we still have to shoot. And then also keep track in the event we have to do any reshoots. Every once in a while we have a problem with something, so we may have to reshoot it. Or sometimes we just do additional photography as well, and I keep track of all those. Pickup shots, insert shots, all those little details, I keep track of all those. So I end up doing a lot of the detailed work and crunching a lot of numbers.
As the script supervisor, you are very much in the thick of all the action. You're right there next to the director, next to the camera. Is that fun? Is that part of what you like about the job?
It can be fun, and sometimes it's not so fun. But being in the front row, you're kind of with the core crew. You are up front, you're working with the director, you're working with all the actors, and you're up front and you see exactly what's going on set. And so that's kind of nice, being in that front seat, that front row, watching what's going on. On the flip side of that, if things are going wrong, you also can get caught in the crossfire. So you kind of have to be careful with that. But you can also pitch in and contribute to help solve the problems or solve the issues, so that's always nice as well, to be able to contribute in that way.
Are you a Star Trek fan by chance?
I grew up on Star Trek, so of course I'm a big fan. My preference is the Star Trek original, the classic Star Trek. And all the original characters, we grew up with that. I liked the humanitarian aspect of it, how they would bring certain social issues to the forefront, and it really put it out in the social consciousness. And it changed some things in the world, and so they made a major contribution there. And they brought so much science to the public that I think still people that enjoyed Star Trek back then still have a love of science. Because of the show, because of the things they brought and the potential new technology that some of it has come to pass. And so the love of science is still there as well.
Okay, so let's geek out for a second together. What was it like working with Walter Koenig?
He was so sweet. He's such a gentle soul. It was it was wonderful because he was one of my favorite characters on the original Star Trek, and it was so nice seeing him on set and working with him as Admiral Chekhov now. So he's worked his way up Starfleet. So it was very nice. It was, and he still is the same character, of course, and just seeing how he interacts with the other characters, that was a pleasure to see that.